Welcome to the Embassy of Ghana visa application process. This shows you how to fill the visa application forms online, whether you are applying with the New York portal or with the Washington DC portal. For this specific instance, we're using the Washington DC portal. So when you go online to Google, type in ghanaembassydc.org, and when it opens up, the fourth menu item will say visas and passport. This menu item, number 4, is very critical. It'll have your passport application, your visa application, your payment for the fees of the visa application, and your payment for the fees of the return mail package. Select visa application and make sure it looks like this. And then when you click on visa application again, scroll down and select US as your country of residence to begin your application. Leave the language preset to English. If it opens a window that has information or a warning, scroll down to the bottom of that window and select continue or proceed. To the new window that you see, scroll down and at the bottom left corner, click to show that you have read and understood everything, and then proceed with the application. The visa application, we're doing an individual application, so this is where you click to start. If you are retrieving your application, this is where you click to continue. If you're doing a family or a group visa application, this is where you click. In this particular instance, we're doing an individual application, so we'll click this button to begin the application. The step 1 of the process, this is the information that will be required of you, and so just make sure you fill it accordingly and appropriately. This is the information at the step 1. If you need to pause to capture something or to take note of something, please feel free to pause the video. But this is what the step 1 of the application process looks like. When you get to step 2, this red area will show your visa application reference number. Remember to take note of it. You can either screenshot it, take a picture of it, or write it down. You would need your visa application reference number to get back into your application. By the way, we hope you're enjoying the background music. Here is what step 3 looks like. Also at step 3, make sure to pay attention to the questionnaire and fill it appropriately. Try not to provide wrong information. If you mistakenly or accidentally provide wrong information at the beginning of the application and you're trying to continue or correct it and it's not letting you, you can start a new application with a different email address. There are certain sections of the application that would require you to provide information that you already have. If you get to a certain section and it's going to need the same information as you provided in the past, the system will tell you, and there will be just a button for you to click. When you click on that button, the information will populate to the place which requires similar information that you've already put into the system, like this very section. If you take a look at it, when you click the area that is in the checkbox, the gray area would activate if you don't need to fill it. If you need to fill it, then click it and fill it. This is what step 4 looks like. Once again, feel free to pause in order to understand and study the information you're seeing on your screen. But this is pretty much what step 4 looks like. If someone filled the application for you, make sure they fill this section. If you filled it on your own, leave this section alone and let it be gray. And at section 5, this is where we make the uploads. Now remember, all the forms that you upload, you would need to also print copies of to include with your completed visa application. Now to upload a form, you select the file, choose it, and then hit upload. Again, you select the file, choose it from your computer, and then you hit upload. You must hit upload or the file will just sit in the portal without being uploaded into the system. So once again, when you select the file, from your computer onto the portal, remember to hit upload. It's very important. When an upload is successful, you see view file. If you see view file, then it means your upload is successful. If for some reason the file you're uploading is not successfully uploading because the system says it's too big, reduce the size of your file to around, say, 100 to maybe 300 or 400 kilobytes, not megabytes, not gigabytes, kilobytes. And please make sure that all the files you're uploading are JPEG files and not PDF files. You can upload PDF files, but sometimes it gets problematic. So we highly encourage you to upload JPEG files that is sized between 100 to 300 or 400 maximum kilobytes, not megabytes, not gigabytes. And the checkboxes to the left corner, make sure you check all of them except the ones that do not have a red star in front of them. And also, if you have any other message or additional notes that you want to leave, you type it in. If not, leave that space empty and select your mode of payment. Once you select your mode of payment, you hit submit and then agree. Over here, all the stuff in blue is going to allow you to click download and print. So if you click the application, the completed application would look like this. You can scroll through to make sure that everything is correct, and this is where you sign your signature. Remember, when it's printed out on the paper, this is where you sign your signature. You scroll down to look at the payments you made for the visa application fee and the type of visa you chose to apply for. This is where you click to print the application once again. Over here, when you click it, it'll show you whether you applied for an expedited or a standard visa processing. Print that out and either put it in your envelope or put it on the envelope. When you take it to the post office, remember you're going to pay to mail the application to us. Now, with the return mail package, you can choose the type you want, whether in your mailbox or at your doorstep. Their respective prices are shown on the screen. When you choose it, it will open a new window, and this new window would have you select if you are buying one return mail package. You select it and then you continue onwards. It brings you to another new window, and in this new window you put in your name, your card information, and the address you want the embassy to return your completed application to. When you select that, then you make the payment and you continue on. Remember to print out the receipt. You will need to include the receipt of the return mail package payment in your envelope when you're sending it to the embassy. If you are traveling with a minor, remember to print out the minor consent form, fill it out, and notarize it. It needs to be notarized. Both parents must notarize. If you have sole custody, you must provide document to show that you have sole custody. Now, moving back to the payment process for the visa fee. As you can see, these are the steps you take, and when you're done, you just hit pay. And when the payment is done, print out the receipt and put it in the envelope that you're sending to the embassy with your application. You can log out when you're done to make sure your information is secured and no one can access it. If you have to go back, put in your visa application reference number, your last name, and your date of birth to retrieve your application and continue. We hope this video has been helpful and that you now understand better the visa application process as far as filling the forms online to apply for a visa to Ghana is concerned. We ask that you share it with your friends and make